These cinematic video ads were created using a system that cuts ad production from hours to minutes. A few years ago, producing ads like this meant hiring actors, camera crews, booking locations, and spending tens of thousands of dollars per video. That is why creating ads like this in minutes is such a highly valuable skill that makes you attractive to any business or brand. But even with some of the most powerful AI tools like Nano, Banana Pro or View 3, manually making these video ads can take many hours. Developing good prompts, copy and pasting them into these tools, attaching the image of your main character, generating the images, downloading the image, and then doing this 30 times, and then generating the video prompts, and then copying and pasting them into the video tools, attaching the image, generate the video, and now repeating this for every single image. That's why I built this AI system that automates around 90% of the most time-consuming repetitive tasks. Here is how it works. Just enter the product name, a basic video concept, a tagline, plus a product image, brand logo, and character picture. Then click submit and the system does most of the work for you. Then upload the final clips to any video editor. Trim the scenes, add music, transitions, and your cinematic video ad is done. In this video, I'll walk you through the full process to create these cinematic video ads in minutes. You can get access to this cinematic video ads automation that you can directly import into your account so you can start using it right away at a very affordable price by clicking the first link below this video. If you'd rather test the process first, you can get free access to this document that contains the prompts you can use to generate those scenes. Stick around till the end because I'll break down exactly how much the entire process costs you and how cheap it really is compared to traditional video ad creation. Now let me show you how I made this ad using only this form here, this Google Sheet, and this automation. So I'm showing you exactly what I put into this form to make this ad. So first, let's go to the import. So this ad is obviously for a product or a brand called GoPro. So I will just select this here, put it in this field, product description. Then I need a video concept. So I need to figure out, okay, what do I want this ad to be about? How do I want to display this product? In what scene? In what storyline? So here, this is what I had. Now, if you have no idea, okay, about any video concept, you can get a prompt that I've put into this document here. So that's the video concept prompt. Make sure to grab the entire thing, copy and paste it into your tool. I will just use ChatGPT and now I can say, okay, what is the brand I want to have? For example, I could have Nike shoes, or Nike could be the product, the brand. The shoes could be Nike running shoes. You could even put in the name of the product. Context there you could define if you have some rough idea of what you want it to be about. So I just don't have it. And then I click on submit. And then this gives me 3 video concepts. So that you can then refine and use as a jump off point, right? It opens inside a vast stadium at dawn. So it's like a little bit of a story displaying the product in some beneficial or inspiring way, right? And then you can use this as a concept. It even gives you a tagline. And then it even gives you examples for characters. So this is the person that shows up in those video ads. So it's consistent and always the same character. So I've put in this, then we have a tagline. So here, put in the tagline. This is what comes at the end of the video, the final scene with the product displayed and the tagline and the brand name. And then we need images. Okay, the first thing, obviously, we need product image. So in my case, it's just a GoPro camera. So I just will attach it here, product image. Then we need the brand logo as well from GoPro. And then we need a character reference. So this is the character you want to appear in your video. So here I've chosen, you can see this person here, right? Also, will usually take the clothing of this as well. So make sure this is defined the way you want it. So I will attach the character reference, and also here, if you don't have a clear idea, you can just go to this prompt we've submitted, because you also get 3 variations of character prompts. So I could say, okay, I want to have this, and then you can go into a tool that I've linked up here that like Nano Banana Pro, we access this via this platform. It's called Kia.ai, where you can sign up for an account and you only pay for what you use. So in our case, it costs us just 9 cents to create an image. You could use other image tools or video tools then later, right, for the video generation process. The cool part about it, you can access the latest, best, most developed tools for images and videos just from my platforms, and I can connect them then to my automation, so I can automate large parts of the process. So in this case, I could like just put in this prompt here, and I want to make sure this is, well, it doesn't really matter what the aspect ratio is. And then let's click run. And there we have our character. So I could use this, I could download it, and I could use it for my new ad, in this case Nike shoes, right? And then I go to this and I would upload it here. So with that, we have all the input we need to generate the first batch of scenes for our video. So just click on submit. Now we come to the Google Sheet. So the Google Sheet first, it saves the input. So this is my ad, product description, video concept, tagline, and all the images I've sent to the automation. And then it already, you see, it's already contains my images and scenes from the previous ad I've created. So we see it generated already the images for the first scene. It gives me like 5 variations for scene number 1. So that's the starting image, as you see here. I've picked this one. And it also generates all the prompts to generate the remaining scenes. If you don't have access to this automation yet, and you also want to generate those 30 different image prompts for your scenes, you can just go to this document. And here I have a prompt for you to generate those scenes. So just copy that. Go to ChatGPT or the tool you have used. Now I need to define the product, Nike shoes. Now as a video concept, I want to use number 2, because this is also where I have created a character. If you remember, right, the woman runner, I've used this already to generate the image of her. Here the video concept is this one, and then I just click on submit. Now I have to just manually copy and paste each image into the image generation tool. Now whenever it says product and person, I need to attach those images as a reference, so I get the consistent character, right? So put this in here in Nano Banana Pro, attach the character, attach also the product. I'm gonna use this one, switch this to aspect ratio 16:9. And I also want to add, okay, use woman from image 1 and running shoes from image 2. And then I click on submit. So now you have to do this 30 times for all those different scenes. And that's why I use an automation instead, because I don't have to wait each time, but I can do something else, and the automation always creates those images for me. Let's grab the image. Now we see this is the runner. Perfect. She's wearing the product. Good. So this could be, for this ad about running shoot, this could be my first image. Now the first thing I want to do is I need to choose, okay, the first scene. What should it be, right? So in this case, I selected this because I like the wide angle to see lots of the landscape and to see the ridge of the mountain. But there's one thing I don't like. So let's make this larger. I don't like that this person is wearing a jacket, because the original image is wearing a t-shirt. So I want this person to wear a t-shirt. So this is where small tweaks are required to get your desired output. And that's really important that this process isn't 100% automated, because you still need a human to make sure that you get the highest possible quality of every scene, so the entire video matches, right? The face matches, the clothes matches, and so on. So in this case, what I will do, I will go back to Nano Banana, and I will first need to download this image. It's very simple to get this person dressed into the t-shirt. It's I just select file here. First, I will pick the scene I've just downloaded, this one. Then I will attach character image. And then I just tell it, first I will keep the aspect ratio, which is 16:9 for my video ad. And I want to make the person in image 1. It's really important to reference this. Wear the t-shirt from image 2. And then I click run. And there you see, now it has transformed this into that shirt. So we have the person now in the shirt. Now I want to download it. And then I want to paste it in here, but to paste it in here, I need to use a link. And to get a link, you can use a free tool where you can upload images and videos. So you can use them as a link. Go to this Catbox website. You click on select file. This is our image. You can click on copy. I paste it in here. And also the link in here. So it's displayed. Yeah, now it's good. Now this works. Now I would mark this as green, so I know in my sheet what I have selected. And the next thing I do is I type in yes. And this is crucial because now the next scene, number 2, will be generated, but it will use this image as a reference image. So it gets me the same environment, like the same location here, the same ridge of the mountain, the same person, obviously the same clothes, and it will generate the next scene. So everything is consistent from now on. Now the images for scene number 2 are done. Now I go through it, okay, and here I like this one the most. It's already wearing the t-shirt, so it's good. I will already click on select yes, right? I will mark it also as green. And now I will generate images for scene number 3. Now I go through scene number 3. Okay, I like image number 2. So scene number 2, that's what I like. Then I type in yes again. I mark this as green, and there you see how fast it really is with this automation, because I only need to select the image I like, and then it will generate the next scene for me. But for the prompts, I need to always copy and paste all prompts individually, click on run, then wait, and use the next prompt, and so on. So you can still do this, but the automation saves you so much time. Now we have the images for scene number 4. I like this one. So I want to select this as primary image, but I also like, so let's first select this as green, but I also like this image. So I like to have, in this case, I already imagine, okay, I want to have a video where it shows this first, and then the camera moves so that the rider, then I see them from the back. So I want to select this as just, I mark it as blue, so I know, okay, I want to use this. So this is going to be my start frame for the video creation process, which I will show you also in a few minutes. And this is going to be the end frame, but this should be the main image to generate the next scene for me, number 5. Now I have the image. Okay, for scene number 5, I want to use this image, but there is a small mistake. You can't really see it, but when I make it larger, you will notice, like, what is the mistake? Okay, the camera is pointing backwards. Sometimes this can happen, but it's no problem because I just can turn it around, right? So I will just click on save, and then I go back to Nano Banana. I will just remove all these images. I will upload the image, and I will just say, just turn. Now I will just add the image and then let AI turn the camera around. I will just say turn the camera on the helmet by 180 degrees, so it points to the front, not back. Now I could attach like the back product photo of the back of the camera, but for me, it's good enough. I think AI will do this correctly for me, so I just click on run. Now I see the camera is turned around. We'll download it again. Go in here, upload the new image. Copy that. Place it here. And also here. I want to select it as green. Now if I scroll down, I already see, okay, the images from scene 6 are already there. So this is just the final scene with the product, the brand, and the tagline. Now here I will also select one. So the one I want to use in the video, I like this one, is I type in yes here. So when I type in yes, it will generate videos for every single of those scenes I have selected. Now let's check the videos were created. Okay, you also see the video prompt, it was you. So let's go to scene number 1. So this is fully automated video creation, right? So you have less control, but you save a lot of time. So this usually gives me like half of the video scenes I can already use, and the other half, like the other 2, I may create manually. So that's what I use usually. So if I click on that, I see, okay, this is the video prompt. So normally you would need to generate those yourself in ChatGPT, right? You will say, okay, for scene number 1.1, the scene you selected the image for, turn this into a video prompt for video 3 or for the video tool, and then it will generate a prompt for you. So in my case, I have this one. You see this? Okay, so you see I have like, he picks another helmet out of his pocket, but it doesn't matter in this case because I will just pick the first scene until here. So there's just 1 second. And that's what I did here. So you don't need to take the entire video. Sometimes there are like graphical errors or transformation errors, like this person taking another helmet out of his pocket. But here you see, for me, that's just enough, right? What this 1 second I need, I don't need more for my ad. So, and then it already goes to the next scene, which brings us to the next video that I have generated, or this automation generated for me. So it's this one, the person putting on the helmet. And there's also audio. You cannot hear this, but you will hear it when you watch my ad again, right? So it's just acoustics. So it keeps a little. So here, if we start at the beginning, okay, what's the person doing? He's fumbling around a little bit with the helmet, and then he's putting it on, right? And then he's ready to go. So good, that's good for me. Now let's check out the next video here. Okay, that's already good, but here I want to have the transition, right? So here I want to go, the camera should start with this image, and then it should actually, end with this, but better it should be end with this. So that's why I selected this one. So I want to, I wouldn't even use that anymore. So sometimes I just, when I'm in the video creation process, I find images that may work better as transition. So I would use this one. So I will go to view 3. I'll first need to download the images. So I want to have this image. Save it. Okay. Add it here as a start frame. And then I need to go to my end frame. I want to use this one. Open that. Save it. Then add this here. Now the only thing we need is a prompt. Okay, but how do we get a prompt to transition from start to end? Well, I've already created one for you that you can use, that I've also used successfully. So we are here. This is the transition prompt. I use it for ChatGPT, so I'll just make it in there. I attach those images in the right order. So first I want to pick this image. Then I want to add the end frame, this one. Now I paste the prompt, right? And this is just, now I use the prompt here that I get, paste it in here. Sometimes you have to try 1, 2, or 3 times, make a few tweaks until you get the transition right. And then I click generate. Now I got this video. So yeah, it looks good. The transition, it goes down here. Okay, perfect. Then I would click on download, drop it in here, copy. Here I have it there. Let's put it just in here. Good, so I have this video done. Now I have one more thing, which is, I won't use this one. I don't need this scene really, so I will just skip that. I will just also mark it as white. Yes, that's good. Now what I need is, I need one more scene, which is go from here, because this is the end, right? So you see that? This is the end scene, a little bit distant view. And now I want the camera to move in again to the person. So I need another start in M frame. So I've already done this. I've already done this here. So I picked this end frame, right? This image as end frame, as start frame. And then I picked this as an end frame. And then I had this transition. So I already put this into your document so you can check it out. And then it gave me this video here. You see it moves slowly, it zooms in until we are there again. Perfect. And finally, we need the last scene, which is just the product. So here it didn't generate a video for me, but that's okay because I can do it manually, right? I can just grab this. I will just save the image. Go in here, delete this. I only want the start frame. As a prompt, I already came up with a simple one. So I just want the fog move slowly across the mountain and the light changes a little bit that it looks like a sunset. And that's all. So I can even add no music, only acoustic, only slight wind sound, for example. And then I click on generate. Now, since this is the last video, I will already go through and download all the video files. So I just start from scene number 1, open that link, and in this case I just download it. And then I drag them all into a folder. I do this for all these 5 videos I have generated. And then put them all into one folder. And when I have all those video clips, I go to my video editing tool, which I use CapCut. You can use any tool. CapCut is, you can use the free version and it has a lot of features. That's more than enough to create these types of video ads. I click on create a new project, click on import, import all our videos. Now I just drag them in scene by scene. So usually I pick just scene 1 and 2, or just always 2 scenes, and then it's easier for me to find the spot where I need to cut it. So in this case, I want to cut the part where the second helmet appears, so it should go about here. That's okay. I mean, that works. And then here, I don't want the person to fumble around with the helmet, but I want already to be in the motion to put it on. So let's just cut it from here, then let's see. How long should it be? Yeah, right here. Then the next part, I want to have this because this is like the person starting, right? His right. So we have just here. Okay, I don't want a pause here. I want the already being in motion. So already being like this. Let's see. That's good. Maybe until here. Let's see it. Let's put in the next one. Because here I need to find the spot, right, where the transition Okay, we have here a little bit of a break, right? And then it's zooming in, perfect. Camera is visible on the top. Yeah. And then we're already almost there. So now comes the final image. Now here I want a transition between here. This is a little bit too abrupt for me. So there I go to transitions. And there I can just find the transition that I like. Now there are free ones and paid ones. So this would be a free one. This is also a free one, I think. So just drag them in here and then you can see that, make it a little bit longer maybe. Okay, good until here. Now this should be the length of my video. One more thing I want to add is music. So this does already have acoustic sound, but I also want to have some music in my ad. So I go to music, I want just action, sport, motivation, something like that. Yeah, I already like that. So I will make it start. So this should be, I like to have this sound here of the wind blowing. This is good at the beginning. So I want to just make it a little bit louder. Here, drag the volume up, perfect. And then, yeah, the music should be throughout the entire video till here. And here I want to make the audio of the acoustics of the natural sound a little bit slower. That is good. So I will cut the music here at this part. So let's zoom in a little bit. Here, right at the middle of the transition, I want to cut the music off and I want to have a fade out. So it gets slowly a little bit lower volume. So more quiet, and then it fades out, and then I only have the blowing of the wind. So now let's run it from the start to the end. And I will also give you the sound of it so you can listen to it fully. So this is now our final video ad. So let's actually make it large. And now let's watch it. Yeah, actually quite good. One small change, I would also make the sound at the end a little bit louder. The wind blowing, that's it. Now export it. Go Pro Add. And that's it. Now we have created a cinematic video ad in just these few minutes. With the help of this automation, let's talk about the cost. How much does it cost us to create one of these ads? Here's the full cost breakdown. Now we've generated around 30 images. Of these images, we only choose a few of these, but I still want to have 30 images because I need the images to choose from. So I have a lot of variations to get the best image for my scenes. One image costs about 9 cents, so 30 images cost around $2.70. Using the tool we have used, the Nano Banana. Sure, you can find cheaper image tools and try them out if you want to, but right now Nano Banana Pro gets me the best results. Now for the videos, I only create like 5 videos, sometimes a little bit more, right? If I have to manually edit them a little bit to generate these transition videos you have seen, but usually the cost is between $1.50 to maybe $2.50. So, and the prompts that we generate, these 30 prompts that these images and videos are based upon, is only like 4 cents per video. So really nothing at all. So if you combine those costs, the image generation and the video generation for one run, so one ad would cost us around $4 to $5. Now 5 ads will cost us around $21 and so on. Now here's the most important part, right? So we created this like 25-second video ad. Normally, the traditional production looks like this. You have to rent a location, $500 to $2,000. You have to hire a camera crew, 2 to 3 people, costs you $1,500 to $3,000. You need to have actors, right? We created this with AI. Normally cost you over a few $1,000s. You need to rent equipment that you may need, right? Bicycle, clothes, helmet, anything related to your product or the environment, right? What you need, lighting and so on. Post-production editing, you need an editor, costs also a few $1,000s. You need styling and stuff. So in total, for one of these ads, this is like $5,000 to $15,000, and the production time is 3 to 7 days. Here is what we did. It took us around less than 30 minutes to produce one of these ads, right? Sure, if I spend a little bit more time, I could get it more perfect and more high quality, but it's still likely to be less than 1 hour. So compare this to 3 to 7 full days of a full team working on it. But here is even the more interesting part. It cost us $4 to $5, right? To create one of these ads. And that's like 1,000 times cheaper than traditional video production. If you want to see more videos like this, where I'll show you how to use and build highly effective AI-powered systems, processes, and automations, even as a total beginner that save you hours each month, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my next videos.